what is it? Funky Finance Friday, y'all. Listen, this topic today, which is basically 4.5 billion reasons why I show up. Okay. This one really grabbed me in a place that just, I don't know, it just took me somewhere different. I read a statistic that said that 4.5 billion people around the world are financially illiterate. 4.5 billion people, y'all. And I said, okay, hold on. This is exactly why this conversation today matters. Okay. Now, that number isn't about intelligence, you guys. It's not about access. It's not about, what's not being taught. It's about being raised to survive, which a lot of people are, instead of, you know, most of us learning about money through fear and learning through mistakes and not through education. Okay. People don't know what they don't know. And I'm realizing that every single day as I'm out here teaching financial literacy, and yet they feel so ashamed, for not knowing. I've asked people, hey, would you be interested in some financial literacy? First thing they say is no. Like, they know it all and they really don't. And then once they start talking to me, they realize that there's some things that they don't know. So today, you guys, I want to talk to the 4.5 billion people who were never handed, right? The manual, I guess you could say, because let me tell you something. I wasn't born knowing any of this. I had to learn the hard way, just like everybody else. I built wealth. I've lost wealth. I've rebuilt from the ground up, and every time, it taught me a deeper level of financial responsibility and awareness. So I wasn't always financially illiterate. I'm sorry, literate. I wasn't always financially literate. I had to fight, for that and get an understanding. So, and now it's my pleasure now to make money make more sense for family. So that's why I'm trying to bring it here with some music and make it fun, right? But one thing I think I need people to understand is that financial literacy isn't about being rich. It's about being responsible. It's about being protected. It's about being prepared. It's knowing like what happens to your family if you're gone tomorrow. It's about, how you make your money grow, how you protect your money, how to build that emergency cushion, and how you pass down what you've built, instead of starting all over every single generation. Okay. I know sometimes people are like, well, they don't really care about the next generation. They don't care about their legacy and their name because nobody did it for them. And it's not the mindset that we need to have. So today I want to shift the mindset from I should already know this to I'm learning this now. Okay. And that's pretty powerful. So there's no shame in learning, y'all. There's no shame. We want our kids to learn. Okay. There's no shame in learning. And I don't care where you are. I don't care where you are in your life, in the education level. There's always more to learn. There's always more to learn. There's no shame in asking questions. Wealth is simply the reward of information, intention, as well as consistency. So I want to share with you just three simple wins, that anyone can, start today. And I'm going to share them rather quickly. So, take note. Okay. So let me just give you some small wins. So number one is you got to know your numbers. That's so important. Most people don't have a money problem really. It's not a money problem. It's more of a clarity problem. So know what's coming in and what's going out. And I've been talking about this for years, especially when it comes to business. You got to know you got to have your numbers. You got to have accounting. You can't just go off of, simple records. You got to know, like, so when it comes to financial literacy, it's all about like, what does it cost for me to live? You know? So that's number one. The second thing is protect your home first. Protect your home first. Financial literacy, it really starts with protection. Okay. Not investing, not stock trading, not crypto. It starts with protection. Life insurance, health insurance, an emergency fund. That's how you protect, because wealth is impossible to build if one emergency could wipe you completely out. Okay. So, and I don't mean to laugh at that, but that's just the reality. And a lot of people are not too far from that. Okay. A lot of people are not too far from that, y'all. That's the reality. The third simple thing is just simply build the bridge to wealth slowly and safely. People always want to, it seems nowadays, people really want to get rich fast. And I've met so many people who've lost money in crypto and investments, and because they have this get rich quick mentality, they don't understand that wealth is a slow game. So you got to look at things like opening up a Roth IRA. Start $1 million plan for your baby through life insurance, right? It's easy to do and it's not expensive. Pay down your debt. Review your 401k, and see what's happening there. Just start somewhere. So, yes, you guys, 4.5 million people are financially illiterate, but here's the good news, okay? I got to share the good news. Financial literacy can be taught. It can be taught. We can learn it. It can be passed down. It can be healed because a lot of us have things that we have to heal from. And that's what hit me the most when I was reading about, this. I was like, wow, it's a healing process because we've been taught certain things, and when it's ingrained in you, it's hard to deviate from that because that's all you know. So, and it's never too late to learn. You can learn in your 20s, you can learn in your 30s, your 40s, your 50s, your 90s. It's never too late to learn, but please pass it down. Pass it down freedom is my slogan, okay? And we can change this statistic, excuse me, one household at a time, y'all. And it starts with yours first, okay? So I show up, you guys, because someone showed me. My mama, my mentor, opened up my eyes to so much that I thought I knew. I show up because my mom taught me at that kitchen table with financial wisdom. I show up because my kids deserve wisdom instead of stress. Okay. And I show up because of you. You deserve to win too, right? Y'all know, if you've been following me, I have been in this Release the Chains movement since I came on this platform. Okay. I have been on this movement for a long time. So if you guys want some help understanding, just reach out. Reach out to somebody. It could be me. It could be somebody else that you trust. Reach out to somebody because um, you don't want to get stuck. You don't want to stay where you are mentally. And I say this because the numbers are alarming. And as I'm speaking to people and I'm asking them, do you want to learn about financial freedom, financial literacy? And they say no. That shows me that there's some healing that needs to be done, some mindset shifts. We got to stop surviving. You know what I'm saying? We got to stop surviving. We got to be thriving. We got to start somewhere so that we can become, financially, mentally, emotionally, all of these things free. Everything that's going on in the world right now, I promise you, it's because it's due to the lack of miseducation. It's due to ingrained mindsets, but it can change. And it starts in your household, y'all. It starts in your household. So let's change this 4.5 billion. Okay, you guys, get some information, get some knowledge, and hey, let's release those chains. All right. Thank you guys for tuning in to Funky Finance Friday. The song for today is by Kirk Franklin and it's called Brighter Days. Y'all know the song. Let me pull it up real quick. You guys, this song right here. Listen. This song right here. This is on the Rebirth of Kirk Franklin's album. This is for the 4.5 billion, y'all. My hair, y'all. See my hair? Looking like done the summer. Hey, hey, brighter day, brighter day. Hey, y'all take this with you. Peace, y'all. Peace. Thanks for listening.